Youngn Lipz, Neverland. Let's see what he's coming with this one. Little birdie told me that Lipz is gonna be rapping on this one, so let's see.
Seth got the waves.
Let's see what he's gonna come with. Face covered up on the bike. That bike looks just a little bit small. Then again, alright, so to be fair, I don't know too much about bikes. Are they the kind of bikes that are meant to be like that? They're like the BMX trick bikes, no? Or am I just bugging? To be fair, I don't know nothing. Let me not pretend like I know.
I was burning bridges, now I'm making them. Taking trips, but no cutting them. Moving different, man, I got a plan. City walking with me, we ain't holding it. Raw ski still flipping pain. Taking with me like I'm Peter Pan. Taking up, I hope we never land. Let it blow you all the way to Neverland. Yeah, I'm still on to the game. I think it's time I put them in their place. They wanna ride on the way. Who did it first? No, I'm not trying to claim. I know they speak on my name. They're gonna speak about it anyway. Know that it's never been about the fame. I'm Martin Luther King, I have a dream. I know some haters that do anything for a young.
I'm trying to figure out the vibe that Lipz is coming with here, because it is different to what he would normally bring. It is. And I'm trying to wrap my head around it, but he's got me interested.
But fuck it, I'll do it myself. You made it personal, ain't even heard of you. I got that heat to make your body melt. Shawty, they love it, but the girl ain't above it. I can really.
That's a mad contrast of him being on like public transport and then him being with the G-Wagons. Like, you can see the contrast there.
Do the trusting, all that talking about is nothing. Enemy, they always bluffing. Stepping deep, you right in public. Who you claiming that you touching? I got time for the ops, I got time for the block, but this music.
He sounds like a whole different artist. I've not even heard one lyric. And man sounds different. That's crazy. I guess because his singing range, his vocal range is quite high. And so then when he's rapping, all of a sudden he has this bassier, deeper voice. Like, I've heard Lipz speak. Like, that makes sense, but yeah, does that make sense? So his vocal range when he's singing is actually quite high. There's singing with your chest, and then there's singing with your head. Lipz sings with his head, and it's difficult to explain. If you've never sung and thought about it, it won't make sense. But if you're a singer, you'll know exactly what I mean. They're singing with your head and singing with your chest. And like right now, when I'm speaking from my chest, right? But I can't give an example speaking, but either way, Lipz sings with his head. So, but when he's rapping with his chest, and so that's where you hear the difference between the two. That's crazy. Like, listen to him singing and then listen to him rapping. You'll hear the difference.
They always bluffing. Stepping deep, you right in public. Who you claiming that you touching?
Up there. Yeah. And then when he's rapping. So he's going from obviously Lipz is way better than me, and then he's like claiming no ups to the touch and yeah, you hear it. You
ain't gonna stop now, cause I'm thinking ahead. I ain't even my best, but I'll do what you do with no test. Like free on my brethrens, free on my broskies, in penitentiary. Lovely, stay with them. We on our way now, we on a mission. Why you guilty play victims?
No, that verse needed to be longer. That was what, a 16 bar? I wanted to hear at least a 24. Was that even a 16? Wait. Sorry, I'm gonna listen to that whole verse again. Let me listen to that whole thing again.
I got time for the ops, I got time for the block, but this music thing ain't gonna stop now. Cause I'm thinking ahead, I ain't even my best, but I'll do what you do with no test. Like free on my brethrens, free on my broskies, in penitentiary. Lovely, stay with them. We on our way now, we on a mission. Why you guilty play victims?
Yeah, that's only a 16 as well. That's crazy, man. I want to hear at least a 24, even if not a 32. That jacket's cold.
Still flipping, baby. Taking with me like I'm Peter Pan. Taking up, I hope we never land. Let it blow you all the way to Neverland. If you got something to say, but don't know, then don't speak with me. I don't need 4 or 5, I can hold mine, I'm a fit with it. Put you to sleep with it. I don't not read minds, but I ain't blind, they a sheep with it. I keep on leading it. Swear I'm a nice guy, but I'm losing patience, should I let it in? I know she wanna breathe. I need to get to the back and be thinking about that. I got new plans to start, so I'm floating. I know.
you can already see the difference in Lipz's lifestyle. Like going from Misunderstood, where it was just with the boys in the park, to now doing something like this, where you can see that the budget's there. Like, this isn't even a big budget video, aside from, like, renting the G-Wagons, you know what I mean? And maybe getting a model, I don't know if you knew her or not, you know what I mean? But, you could, I don't know, I just get the feeling, and not just this video, just in general, Lipz's lifestyle has changed. Like, I'm sure with how quickly he blew up, his lifestyle must have just switched like that instantly. That's crazy, man.
They hating on me, no, they waiting on me, but this area, baby, ain't gone. All the word on the street, little critter, you creep, you man bluffing the ship, and you know. I know they plotting on me, but relying on me, they can't help it, they know that I'm chosen.
I'm just having fun with it. A little bit of footwork. Fresh creps as well. Alright, I'm pretty sure in the Misunderstood reaction I did to Lipz's first song, I'm pretty sure I said something along the lines of, I want to hear Lipz rap. And lo and behold, we've finally got it. Now, part of Lipz's team reached out and gave me the heads up about this yesterday anyway, so I kind of knew what to expect coming in. But if I didn't expect that, that would have been crazy. So I'm sure a lot of people were taken by surprise when they first heard Lipz rap on that verse. Especially as I noted that his cadence is so different from him singing to rapping, which makes sense. And with him rapping, he did a good job. It weren't a banging job, but it did a good enough job. Is this a banger? No, it's not. Is it a decent song? Nah, it's a decent song. But now knowing that Lipz isn't afraid to rap, I'm really interested to see what he is able to bring to the table when he is making a banger. Like, a banger being Misunderstood and a decent track being Everyday. Or, in my opinion, a banger being Other Side and then maybe the lifestyle track with Hefts. I mean, yeah, I know people have mixed reviews on that, but ultimately, Lipz is making noise with everything that he's dropping, and there's no denying that. And I know that some people are saying, yeah, but he'll never top Misunderstood. You gotta understand, Misunderstood is a moment, and when you create a moment like that, there's not gonna be many things that do top that, so it is harsh to always compare him to that song. I'm gonna go as far as saying in 10 years time, in 2030, Misunderstood will be talked about as one of the bangers of the decade, especially in the 2020 year, in the early stage of it anyway. I'm gonna go as far as saying that. So, you know, this track here, I don't get the same feeling from, but again, it's very harsh to compare him to his best work. But realistically, a fan base is going to do that. You are always going to be compared to your best, and you always could be compared to your last. And Lipz right now is just putting out content. And for anyone who's a fan of what Youngn Lipz puts out, I'm sure you're quite happy at the moment. He's got a strong work rate. He's putting out a song roughly around every month or so. And the production's always there with the visuals. It always has a clean sound. And he's bringing a slightly different flavor with each track. And with him rapping now, I can't express how excited I am to hear Lipz. Now that he's rapping, and I know it was only 16 bars, but he's given us an inch and I'm taking a mile from it. If he can expand on that and work on that, I'm going to go as far as saying I want to hear an EP from Lipz. And I don't know if he already is. I don't know if he's announced that. I've not been keeping up with the social media side of things recently, but I will say this: if Lipz is working on an EP, I'm excited to hear it. Is he ready for an album? No, not yet, but an EP, I'll be happy to hear. And the only question I now pose to just whoever is there going to be a time where we hear Lipz on a feature where he's only rapping and not singing? Or is the singing the staple of his style? Obviously, the singing is at the moment, but will that change over time? I don't know. That'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But yeah, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Feel free to check out my track with Shook. It is out now, a track on her album, upcoming album time. It's a cold track. I appreciate all the love for that recently. And I'm also very going to quickly plug the On a Level podcast, because people have been really enjoying that recently, and I need to do a better job of promoting that. So yeah, I need to come up with a little title, lower third card thing. But yeah, either way, guys, appreciate you guys for watching this video, and yeah, I'll talk to you, man, later.